Now we invite you to sit back and enjoy our magnificent free flight bird show.
Since the dawn of time, the fascination of flight has ignited the dreams of man.
Birds have captivated, they're fascinated, but they've even inspired us to look beyond our own horizons and express our desires beyond our own reach.
Welcome to K伦濱Wildlife Sanctuary's Experience Oz Free Flight Bird Show. My name is Shannon.
My name's Tennille.
And today we're going to take you on a journey into the wonderful worlds of birds, showcasing these incredible winged creatures and their natural abilities.
Because it is believed that the first of our modern birds evolved around 100 million years ago. Now in this time, birds have had the ability to adapt to a whole range of different environments and conditions. But since we humans have colonised the planet, we've actually changed many of the natural environments that these birds rely on. And that means birds are struggling out there in the Australian environment. Now take the black cockatoo for an example.
There are 6 different species of black cockatoo that live here in Australia. Today on stage we're being joined by 2 of them. This is Licorice. She is a juvenile black cockatoo. So just stay there for me. We're going to give it another go. She is just about to head out and hopefully meet her new friend. Her new friend is just a little bit further away than normal. There we go. We also have our, give her a round of applause. She did a great job. Our Phoenix and her beautiful red tail, and Barbara there on Tennille's hand, our red-tailed black cockatoos. Now, like I said, these are 2 of 6 different species of black cockatoos that live here in Australia. Thank you so much. But unfortunately, all of these birds are classed as either vulnerable, threatened, or endangered. Unfortunately, it's mainly due to habitat destruction. But you know, it's not all bad news when it comes to birds here in Australia.
Yes, we've got birds that are fortunately doing really well up there. I can see a few hanging around stage right now. We've got our brush turkey up there as well. We've got our Australian white ibis that's usually here every single show trying to audition for the show. Keep your eye out for Barry. We usually have a kookaburra that hangs around too, and I guarantee you're going to see a few noisy miners around the place during the show as well. We've got birds that sit on both sides of the scale, doing well or doing not. But in the future, oh look who's here, Barry. Barry, it's better late than never. I knew he'd be joining us sooner or later. There you go. Whether they sit on either side of the scale doing well or not in the future, would simply be a shame to see any of these magnificent species fade away to the point of extinction. But thankfully we're known as the land of the parrots. We have a lot of different bird species you'll see out and about during the day. It's not just our parrot species, it's also the raptorial species that you'll see out and about. In particular, this bird loves to utilise a primary source of food right here in this log. I actually have an emu egg. Now, for a very long time, it was always believed that humans and primates were the only ones capable of using tools, and we're about to be proven wrong by the bird that's sitting over in that fig tree. The bird that's about to join us is Major, and Major is a black-breasted buzzard. Now watch what happens. Major's going to spot this emu egg, show interest straight away, and he's going to need a tool, and I have a tool here in the form of a rock. He's picked up that rock, he's gone back to the egg, and now he's using it as a hammer. That's it. So for a very long time, it was always believed that humans and primates were the only ones capable of using tools. Now, as you can see, Major right now is proving us to be wrong. He's made a chip in that emu egg. He's using his powerful beak and talons to pry his way inside. And it's a very ingenious way of them obtaining the contents in this emu egg. There you go. Takes a little while. They'll be very persistent in the wild. You see, in the wild, an emu egg can actually last about 3 days, so you can imagine that this would be a primary source of food and something that they would definitely treasure if they saw the opportunity. They actually have another name there, the bulldozers of the bush. They can tuck in those wings, head straight towards any emu that's on any young or any eggs in the wild. And he tends to do it with us too, so we have to be very careful with how close we get to that emu egg. Did you hear me, Barry? You're not the smartest of us, are you? That's right. They'll be very persistent. He's trying to find another rock there. Boy, that was a good hit. See, there was a hairline fracture. This is a really good egg, actually. I will tell you now that it's not a real emu egg. Okay, it's a replica that we've made up. It is just as as tough as a real thing. Don't quit. You're not a quitter, Major. Major, you're not a quitter. Here's a boulder. Try that one. There you go. There we go. It's not a real emu, it's a replica that's just as tough as a real thing. As for no baby emus were harmed in the production of this show. That's it, Major. You're doing such a good job, buddy. Keep it up. It's only a 20-minute show, though. Really. All right, we got the rock again. That's it. That's the only way that you're going to get into that emu egg is if you keep hitting it with that tool, demonstrating how intelligent you are. No, don't quit. Oh, Major, you can't be a quitter. That's it. Ready? There's a big boulder. Try that one. Hey. Whoa, that was a good hit. How did he go? He's still going, prying his way inside. He's got a jackpot in there for him, a little bit of food. We've got Russell Crowe up here encouraging with a serenading song. You need help, Duxley. So for a very long time, like I said, it was always thought that humans and primates are the only ones capable of using tools, and Major has proved us wrong. That's Major, everyone. Call him Major because he makes a major mess and leaves it for just like those big bright yellow eyes that indicate that Bailey is a crepuscular species, a bird that can see and hunt just as well during the dusk and dawn periods, but also very large talons.
Those large talons allow this bird to catch animals that are 2 or even 3 times their own size. So something like a possum or a cockatoo could just
see what they can fit in their stomach at that time. A brush-tailed possum, sulphur-crested cockatoo, the noisy rhino obviously did not get that memo, but they can eat the most nutritious part and what they can fit in their stomach at that time, and it happens to be the head of the animal.
So they're going to eat that head, gnaw through the neck of the body of the animal. They'll then drop that headless corpse on the ground and they'll pull the brains out through the eye sockets. Just going to be a light shower while their pites demonstrate their amazing feeding technique. We like to call this feeding technique feeding on the wing. So let's have a look at what they do. Ready, girls. Get them into a good position for us up in the sky.
等物件好食，去食吧，系啊。
这袂叫安尼，是吗？
老鹰的样子吧？
是老鹰吗？
看起来是老鹰啊。你看伊等物件好食。连落下去有一只呀。
Alright, got one last go. Throw. Caught it! That's a beautiful black kite. Brooke, Ash, and Cinder. Absolutely spectacular birds. This next bird is also quite the Australian pelican. You don't like spiders either, do you, Marlon? Now, the Australian pelican can live in some pretty extreme weather conditions and found all around Australia. One thing the pelicans do is they rely on the flooding rains to trickle and fill the floodplains and salt lakes. Now, as soon as water is added to the bed of the salt pans, such as Lake Eyre, little eggs of fish and crustacea hatch out, even after laying dormant for up to 10 years and then creating an abundance of food. So to reproduce, pelicans will migrate thousands of kilometres from wherever they are to these ancestral breeding grounds. They reproduce, they raise their young, and once that's all done, there's nothing left for them to do besides return home. With style. Hey! Hey, look at that strut!
回家，回家，好吧了。哦，这国家哟。
Tailed eagle. And Brutus is going to be giving you all a haircut. So do stay seated for this drop down. That's about the size of 20 football fields a minute that are completely slashed. There are so many different bird species around the world that habitat destruction is affecting. Now these are birds that don't build their own nests. They actually rely on Mother Nature to do it for them. Tree hollows, old growth forests that take hundreds of years to form will support the macaw species that you'll find in South America, like big-bird hero, green-winged macaw. But here in Australia, we're known for the clowns of the outback. The cockatoo family, like our long-billed gorillas, sulphur-crested cockatoos, trusty galahs, or even mange and Mitchell cockatoos. So just remember that everything we do, every house, we cannot thank you enough, but we're going to try. And the best way we can think of doing so is providing you with a few special opportunities to get up nice and close to some of our feathery friends. Like if you'd like to get nice and close to a young juvenile rufous owl, Doofy will be right up there in our photo booth. You can check out those speeches up close. We'll capture that moment in a professional photograph, and you can check out those photos as you exit this afternoon, decide to purchase them if you wish or wish not to. However, if you want to get more hands-on and hold a wedge-tailed eagle for the next 30 minutes, you have the opportunity to do so. That is an amazing experience to hold Jessie, our 4-kilo eagle, on the glove. It's actually the low cost of $20, and that's only available for the next 30 minutes down that path on your right-hand side opposite the train station. So do one of either experiences or both before the Australiana show right up there. But my name's Neil, this is Squirt. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at K伦Wildlife Sanctuary. Thank you.
Wow.